I feel for that there's a situation. Well, first of all, I with these, I mean, half of these cards are major arcanas. I feel like there's some huge life lessons being learned here through the rest of September, and um, I feel like, and this may not be you, this may be somebody around you that I feel is, what's the word that I want to use? I feel like there's some kind of truth or something to be learned, something to be seen. Um, I don't know. I get like there is somebody around you, and this could even be in the workplace or the work sector, where I feel like they're misleading you in some aspect or misleading somebody or taking advantage of a situation. And it's more like it's about them than about you. There's battles going on, but I feel like, and this could be to you to some degree, because this is affecting you for whom this message makes sense to. Because I feel like there's somebody that is, especially here with the devil, when I look at these cards together, I feel like there's somebody that's maybe being reckless with their behavior. They're possibly being inconsiderate towards you. They're not really, it's almost like they're putting themselves or their needs above yours. I don't feel so much like this is you, but maybe this is a point where you're going to possibly make a decision, or this is the underlying theme here, the Fool. And you have to decide, am I going to release myself from this situation or from this person? We have the Magician too here, also in reverse. This could be somebody that, this could be somebody new coming in also that you've met, and that there's more to learn about this person. There's more than meets the eye. Because I just get like somebody is, I don't know, there's, it's almost like they're holding you back from moving forward, or it feels that way. Because I almost feel like this person is very indecisive. They're having a difficult time making a decision. Now, and I almost feel like what's going to help is for you to see that, this issue is really more about them than about you. Now, this definitely could be some type of addiction. It can be also that you're having a difficult time letting go of this person that's in your life. Maybe they've been in your life for a while. I think that some of you are really wanting to get out of this situation, but you may not know how, or you may not be able to, because somehow there's a bond there, or you're connected in some way. Every card has its negative and positive. And so maybe you're connected. Maybe this is regarding family. Maybe this is regarding work. It's a work situation that, you just can't leave right now. Doesn't mean you're not going to, though, because this is the beginning of a whole new, it's the beginning for me of the major arcana. It's like, there's seeds being planted possibly in your mind of how to get yourself out, or, you just want to let go of all this. Could also be that maybe this is some type of an addiction that you may be dealing with, but I feel more like it's another person, but it could also be an addiction where you don't want to see what's going on. But I am picking up that this could be, for example, partying too much, drinking too much, spending money, gambling. Could also be gambling. Someone's taking a gamble. They're gambling on a situation that, is it really worth the gamble? I just feel like with time. So, for example, if this is love and somebody has come into your life, obviously we have the King of Wands here, which is a fire sign, which is you. Does not have to be a fire sign, but those are Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And this is also in my challenge position. And in reverse, this could be somebody, I feel like there's some hastiness, or even with the Fool here, like some reckless abandonment, or just maybe some impulse, like impulsiveness. Could also be that somebody is bringing you down in some aspect, that it's like your gifts or something is not being seen, especially with the Magician in reverse. And maybe there's something from the past or from, that needs to be released so that you can begin again. After the Fool comes the Magician. There's something of much light. We go from the dark to the light. And I feel like there's a play on darkness and light. So there could be also something where it's like balance is very much needed. Seeing things from a different point of view. Maybe taking a step back. There may be a need to re-examine something. Because I almost feel like, I don't know. I feel, okay, one way that I'm also reading this, it's going to sound strange probably to some of you, but for whom this message applies, I would not be surprised if there is, somebody that's maybe developing their spiritual gifts, because there's a play on the dark and the light here. And I just feel like it's almost like be careful what you call in or what, you wish for, because, with spiritual work and spiritual development, I mean, you want to protect yourself, but I feel like I would not be surprised there could be things going on around you, almost like little tricks that are being played. Like it almost feels like maybe there's something in someone's house and they're like, okay, is someone playing a trick on me or did I just see that? There's something spiritual going on and some of you may be even seeing what gifts you have, and that you may have more power or more abilities than what you realize. And make sure that you're staying in the light and not, because I get like there's, in a not so nice way, I feel like they're saying, yes, you have abilities but use them for positive, not for negative, not to wish ill on somebody. So I don't know if this is I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. In another way, I'm hearing that there's some latency. So it's almost like somebody is figuring out that they have abilities, and it may not be in magic. I'm saying that, we have the magician here, so I can't ignore that. I'm getting like the dark and the light. And so that to me is coming across in a very spiritual way. But it could be in anything. It could be almost like somebody has abilities that are either being developed later in life, or they're not using them. It's almost like self-sabotage for somebody. It could be that, sometimes we all can be our own worst enemy. And so I feel like it's almost like maybe you're not even able to see what gifts you have or what abilities you have. Now, on the flip side, it could also be that somebody around you is keeping you in a negative place or not wanting you to discover what abilities you have or what gifts or power and strength you have within yourself. And so they're holding you down or holding you back. So that's another way that I'm reading this. Oh gosh, my battery's gonna go out here. Let me plug this in. Let me see if there's anything else that I am picking up. I don't know. I just get that there's like something, with these cards that's, it's almost like it's an illusion. Almost as if, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be important for you to kind of sit back. Like I keep seeing a light bulb is going to go off. I see somebody pulling down like on one of those lights. I don't know if it's in a closet. I'm almost seeing like, where they have, the chain with the little balls on them. Like an old metal, and I see somebody like turning the light off and on, like to see if something's there or not. So maybe somebody is looking for something. So it may be like this message is not only, it's like, trying to see something, trying to discover something. You're trying to learn something, and maybe in some way you're getting overwhelmed. But it's almost like there's a discovery of something that is going to happen. Because I almost feel like I'm getting like what is that? Diversionary tactics. It's almost like somebody is trying to bring attention here. So while you're here, they're doing something over here. And I feel like the light needs to be shed so you know what's going on. And maybe this is a light bulb, like I said earlier. Maybe this is something within your own mind, and this doesn't have to do with somebody else. It really has to do with, the light bulb going on within yourself and seeing the magic around you. And so I would say, be careful of being hasty or reckless in some way, or maybe somebody else being reckless around you. Because I just feel like, somebody is just, there's more to be seen, more to be learned. And there could just, in another way that I'm also reading this too with the magician It may be a situation too that be careful. Like if you're planning something or planning a trip, make sure that you plan things out, especially because I almost am seeing like there's too much. It's almost like there's too much like money that's going out, but not coming in. So this could be going back to spending too much money, or somebody is shopping, or they're just, so, this can definitely be indicative of delays or something that's not planned, or there is lack of foresight. And so, because it's like the coffers come up empty. Something is empty, like where the cups are full, they're empty in some way. And there's something that's going to be discovered about that.